goddammit. We are here in full effect, doing whatever the fuck, even though the city getting wrecked. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, we are here to motherfucking bring you joy on this Friday night. And yo, this week I ain't even gonna lie to you. You dig what I'm saying? I'm getting more and more confident in my little counterpart I got right here. So I let him put the goddamn intro song together. Marcus, go on, tell him what's up with it.
Yeah, man, y'all, I had a little stressful week this week, man. Got into it with my old lady. I stayed over my other freak house too long. You know what I'm saying? So I've been protesting all week because I ain't got nowhere else to go. But I wrote a song about it. Hit it for me.
On the old school side of the game.
Hey. Gotta get back home to my wife. I gotta get back home to my wife. I gotta get back home, gotta get back home. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home, gotta get back home. Gotta get back home to my wife. Tell him, Mom, I ain't gonna tell you this shit twice. You see my girl, she ain't nothing nice. Better be careful, she don't bite. Cause your clients, she gon' slice. Tell me what the hell I'm gon' do. Supposed to be at the house at 2. It's a quarter until 4. She gon' stab me at the door. Yeah, what the hell I'm gon' do? Cause my wife is crazy too. Hey, wait, I want some more of that. Get my ass back, gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home, gotta get back home. Gotta get back home to my wife.
Well, I gotta get back home to my wife. She done took control of my life. Can't be all night no more. Spending quality times with my hoes. My wife doesn't start to get fat. Pussy like a big dead bat. Her foot swell in her shoes. She get undressed, homie, it's bad news. And the back of her head always stank. Hey. She get in my car, I hear a click clank. Hey. But I don't wanna wind up in court, so I fake like I like Miss Port. Yeah, I gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home, gotta get back home. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home, gotta get back home. Gotta get my home to my wife. And you gon' make me lose my family over that good pussy. Me and my wife, we gon' fight. But I'll be back later tonight. Well, I gotta get back home to his wife. The one I married I don't like. So every night when he go to work, I put my thing out, his girl jerk. Hey, yeah, I gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home to my wife. Gotta get back home, gotta get back home. Get back home to my wife.
See my girl, that bitch crazy. But I'm with her, cause my old lady. She can get on my damn nerves, but I'ma stay, cause we got a baby. Gotta get back home. Gotta get back home. Gotta get back home. Gotta get back home. Boom. We'll be back, baby. Interviewing RaSheed Wallace and Terrell Owens. We out. Get your ass back home.
We are back. 5150 Industry Repo Show. We are repossessing the industry. They ain't shutting us down because they shut down, motherfucker. Ain't no motherfucker believing in that fucking corona shit like that. How the fuck, man? I done seen a lot of shit that's suspect, man. At the White House, They were sitting in the chairs right next to each other. They were not social distancing. Did I say that right?
And liquor got you slurred, nigga.
Right. Them motherfuckers, dog. At that, I didn't seen a whole bunch of instances where people are not social distancing. Distancing. Motherfuckers closer than a motherfucker. And all I'm saying is, man, I ain't trying to be caught up in that shit. I wear the mask because they make me wear the mask. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's all bullshit.
You don't believe in that shit?
I mean, I know it exists, but they stretching the hell out of it. I've seen they had an article the other day. Was a few days ago. They had 19,000 people got positive for coronavirus in 24 hours.
And all I'm saying is, who tells you who positive? They do.
Right.
Have you noticed that?
Right.
They tell you who. Well, you got it.
Mm-hmm. We've been lying on statistics for years, though.
Yeah, man. They not trustworthy. It's like the world is showing right now that they are not the ones to be listening to when it comes to any information about what's going on in the world.
Right.
So I'm not sure what's happening with COVID-19, Corona, or whatever. But yo, motherfuckers out there marching by the thousands, and I know you want to say, oh, they all got sick when they was marching together, but that ain't what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't what's happening. I don't see it, and motherfuckers ain't scared of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did that police have on a mask when he was out there doing that dirt to my brother George?
Nah.
I know he didn't have on a mask.
Yeah, no.
God damn it. Corona. Y'all motherfuckers can say whatever you want to say about Corona, but I be like, who you know who died from it? People be like, we know people who died from it. I'm like, so how you know they died from it? They told you that's what they had? See, let me tell you something. When you got HIV,
oh, you know you got that.
it shows.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no question.
You know what I'm saying? When you got syphilis, it's something about it when you know this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This Corona, what the fuck is it? Where's that? I'm not looking for the shit for trouble. I'm just saying what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Somebody probably sent me some shit right now saying, I know what the fuck it is. Watch this ghetto shit. This is the first time in the history of a TV show this happened. I know ain't nobody did that but me. That was some country shit. That's some Arkansas shit right there. Speaking of country shit, I'm sitting there walking down the street talking to my homeboy Maaacus. This motherfucker says some shit that needs to be brought up. Maaacus said he like women that's either taller than him or midgets that's shorter than him. Explain this shit, Maaacus.
Yeah, see, I like mine. I like mine like extremely tall, like 6 foot or better. You know what I'm saying? Or extremely short, like midget. Cause I had this little midget that I was fucking when I went to Magic City. Oh, I told y'all about them. I think I told you about when I was in Florida. Yeah, see, I like that shit just turned me on, you know what I'm saying?
The little stubby arm midgets, the little short arm midgets.
No, see, I like mine. I don't want them look, you know, I told you I don't like mine looking like the regular midgets.
Bushwick Bill midget type?
No, I don't want them, they don't want their face to look like the father of all midgets, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, you know, all of them usually got their face like the daddy, you know what I'm saying? But no, I'm talking about the ones that got the regular face with the just little bitty body. You know what
I'm saying? What about the taller girls? What is this thing about the taller girls? Because how tall are you for real, Marcus? About 5'9", 5'8"?
Yeah, about 5'9"ish. You know what I'm saying?
5'9"ish.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, 5'9".
Yeah. You know, depending on what she like. You know what I'm saying? I could be either or. I get on my tippy toes. I could be 5'10" if you wanted. But listen, so I had this one.
You dating a taller girl and she show up on the date with heels, go.
Shit. Nigga, I like my daddy. Let me tell you something about me. My daddy was a tree climber. Nigga cut trees. This is a true story.
He said his father was a tree climber. For the rest of the country.
Yeah, that nigga cut trees. So it's in my blood. You know what I'm saying? So I climbed. I love climbing them tall bitches. You know what I'm saying? You know, I get them down to my height. You know what I'm saying? See, I had this one. Now, she when I first met her, we took a picture and shit. You know what I'm saying? And my arm was like this right here by a hip. You know what I'm saying?
That was a fat bitch. That wasn't no tall bitch. Her hips doing way up there.
But she was so sexy, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was cold, you know what I'm saying? If you look up to her, I just like a bitch, I just look up to her and this motherfucker just fine them motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes when you have sex with real tall girls and they open their legs all the way, you be like, damn. It'll catch you off guard.
Yeah.
When they really open their legs like that, you be like,
because it's like a journey.
Right.
It's like a journey, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like me old tall motherfucker like that.
I had one of them WNBA type chicks. This girl, she was out there in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
But it was weird. She was pretty. And she had a nice little onion in the back. But her fingers, because she was about 6'3", real tall.
Yeah.
6'3" for real.
Right,
that's tall for a girl.
Right.
Her fingers were so long. One day she did like this. Corey, you crazy.
I thought
it fucked it up for
like
me.
E.T.
She was like, you crazy.
Boy, I bet you that motherfucker got some grip, though.
That motherfucker had some long-ass fingers.
Listen, I like mine proportioned right, though, because I had this one, she was about 6'2", but she had that little short upper body. She was number legs. I ain't like that, because she looked weird in the motherfucker.
That Men in Black ass bitch up out of here. That bitch was a tall version of them worms on Men in Black. Anyway, man, Maaacus been going down to almost all the protests and shit. Maaacus be at them motherfuckers, goddamn.
Yeah, man, some hoes out there in them protests, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm talking about, boy, it's some things out there. It's fucked up, though, because they all got the mask on, and you can't really see what a bitch look like unless you go get a little snack or something. So it'd be hard for me to goddamn figure out which one to get on with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga be passing out 7-Ups to look at bitches and shit.
You
gotta go drink this. Bitch, give my soda back. Your ugly ass. You stupid, dog. We want to get out there. I'm going to get out there at one of these protests and film it and sell my shirts. Maaacus, would you hold that shirt up for the camera so everybody can see it? This shirt's selling hot to the motherfucker on the website, goddammit. Racist Caucasian cops must be quarantined. They are the pandemic. This is one of my top selling shirts. Y'all go out there, fuck with it. Go to CoreyHolcomb.com. You can get one online. Yeah, we're going to be at the march with these shirts, goddammit. Get jumped on by the cops. Did you see the cops run over that old man?
Oh, man, they cold out here, man.
That old man was like, you son of a bitch. They was like, no,
it was more than one old man, though.
They got ran over by the cops?
Yeah, man. Which one you talking about? You want the one that's
The one in Buffalo. Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Where he was bleeding out the side of his ears because he fell back and hit his head.
But it was one a few days ago. They also ran over. It fucked him up. But they what's that one incident? What happened?
I just want to say to all of the old people, don't be out there doing the motherfucking march, because when we got to move fast from tear gas, your slow ass will be like, slow down. We'll be like, motherfucker, come on. They about to demonstrate on your ass. Them cops will fuck you up. Old motherfuckers, y'all protest, goddammit, in Denny's. I'm fucking with y'all, but I'm just saying, be careful out there. Them cops ain't about shit, man.
They had this young girl, man. This just happened not too long ago, probably a few hours ago. They maced in the crowd. She had an asthma attack or some shit like that and died. Little white girl, she looked probably like 12, 13. She looked young, real young. They fucked up out here.
Yeah, when they 12 years old, I feel like it's dangerous to have children that's not in high school out there at any type of protest like that, because they can get hurt. They were showing some little black girl, and she was out there. She looked like she was about 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
And they had I'm like, she can get trampled when the police shoot tear gas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The police don't give a fuck.
Right.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Y'all think about that when you had them little kids out there with you. Them little kids can get hurt. And elderly people can get hurt. Because I know that man tried to stop his fall. He didn't know he at the age where he can't stop his fall. When they bumped him, he was like, blah, 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 blah. You can't stop your fall once you get a certain age. Stay at home if you elderly, or stay at home if you're not at least at high school age, because we don't want to see you get hurt. You know what I mean? I made a joke out of it, but when he fell, that's the sound that happened when he hit his head. He was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. That's what happened when you hit the back of your head. I'm just saying. I'm making a joke out of it because I'm stupid, but that old man couldn't stop that fall.
No, man.
Because old boy, the officer just gave him that push, that hood that'll make you and me go, whoa, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He pushed that old motherfucker. He said, hey, you standing for there, blah, 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 blah.
And his ears got to leaking like a motherfucker.
Man, he was fucked up, man. They said he was in serious condition.
What's cold is they bringing the National Guard out there to watch over the police.
Yeah, they watching the people they ain't supposed to be watching. They watching the bad guys.
Yeah, they policing the police. Ain't that a bitch?
My brother George Floyd's funeral was in Minnesota yesterday, and it was a star-studded event. It was the BET Awards of all funerals. And as soon as I saw that one lawyer there who had every black case was some, one of our brothers are falling out here by these crooked cops, I always say that motherfucker lose every case he get. Say his name again? Ben Crump. I'm just saying, I ain't seen him win shit. But he be right there talking. He be like, well, see, what we got to do is we got to do better. I mean, like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this motherfucker? But I'm just saying. Then at the funeral, they had the Notorious.
Fucking Al. You talking about Al?
The Notorious. Al Sharpton speaking at my good brother's funeral. As soon as I saw Al Sharpton, I knew it was going to be some fuck shit. Al Sharpton, this nigga done gained confidence since that diabetes got that weight off his ass.
Oh, he done got some weight back?
No, he ain't got the weight on him no more. He be wearing little tight suits now and shit.
Yeah, because I remember I seen a meme when motherfucker said his body was like NBA Jam. You remember on NBA Jam?
When they
that little bitty body.
Right, nigga. His head ain't lost no weight, but his body has disintegrated. And I knew it was going to be some fuck shit. He was shouting out all the celebrities at the thing. Then somebody whispered in his ear, Tiffany Haddish here. He said, oh, what shit? Tiffany. There go Tiffany Haddish. Say something, Tiffany. And here's the fuck shit. Okay, this when the shit really got fucked up. He called the brother Floyd's mother up, and then he said, out of all the stars in the house with his pussy thirsty ass, he said, Tiffany, you come on up here. Tiffany Haddish, y'all, come on up here. And the whole funeral, he had on the little gloves to hide from the germs.
Yeah.
Why this nigga try to grab Tiffany's hand with the germ glove? Come here, Tiffany. God damn it, this motherfucker here. Tiffany trying to be good, but I saw it in her. She was like, oh, this motherfucker trying to touch me. This nigga called her up there. He done lost some weight, thought he was about to get some Tiffany Haddish pussy. Motherfucker, if you don't get your old ass out of come here, Tiffany, let me touch you with this regular ass glove. I took my metformin with.
Get them goddamn crib keeper hands off.
Right, nigga. Got Al Sharpton at my brother's funeral. I'm a comedian. We gonna make fun of all kind of shit. Because I know my heart is good and my intentions are well. But that motherfucker was giving motherfuckers shout out. There go Ludacris. There go T.I. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. T.I. letting his hair grow out.
Is it?
Yeah, it look crazy too.
I ain't seen it.
He got his hair like in that one movie he was in with Denzel.
He was in a movie with Denzel?
American Gangster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It must be because he ain't got no haircut because what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Atlanta opened back up. Strip clubs, nail polish places, all that shit.
Yeah, I said I was gonna go. So is the bitches wearing the mask at the strip club?
I don't know if the bitch is stripping in a mask.
Ain't no
That's
way.
the case. A lot of bitches can strip. I know some bitches who face, toe back, body banging.
But cold the motherfucker from the eyes up.
Right. COVID face, bitch.
Bitch got Baraka teeth from Mortal
Right,
Kombat.
bitch, come up out that mask. Get your cold throat ass out of here, bitch. Anyway, man, we got a motherfucking all-star show for real. We got motherfucking RaSheed Wallace and motherfucking Terrell Owens on the show this week, goddammit. On the video side of the game, we're going to come right back to my brother RaSheed Wallace video, goddammit, where I was looking scruffy than a motherfucker when I was interviewing him. You want to see it? Check it out. We'll be right back. Yeah. All right, let's get this show started. We about to get this interview I'm quite proud of. Everything except the outfit I had on. My homeboy who motherfucker supports me every time I'm in the South. This is my interview I had with my man, RaSheed Wallace. Check it out.
We good. I knew it was my end. All right. So, what you drinking, Joe? None of my business.
Man, just a little midday beer I just had with some lunch and got my water.
Yeah,
you know.
That's what's up. So, first of all, thank you for doing this interview last minute, brother RaSheed.
All day.
You know, by me being an ex wannabe hooper, this is big for me and people who know basketball, man. They know who you are. So you let me get a chance to talk to you up close like this big. So, RaSheed, let's go into the technical files because this is what I always wanted to speak on. See, people don't know you are one of the coolest dudes, even though I've heard that said amongst your peers. You're one of the coolest dudes ever. But I think you got a low tolerance for bullshit. Is that what happens or used to happen in them NBA games?
Fact that, man, it's my job, when I'm on a job and, things get a little bit heated, man. The games be close, a little bit heated. And, I feel like sometimes the referees might have been trying to sway it, in the other guy's way or this or that. So I just let them know how I feel, bottom line. You know what I mean? I see myself like you're straight raw in comedy, and that's me on that court. I'm gonna let them know how I feel, bottom line.
And I love that about you, man, because, I'm not stupid. Them NBA games, even though I watch them because I think it's some of the best athletes in the world, I feel like the referees determine a lot of how them games gonna turn out. It's just, it's like the unspoken truth. But if you understand basketball and you see how it go, because it's like, yo, what my man doing in Houston and what I've seen LeBron James do a couple of times is straight traveling. Like, you can't do that like that. So I'm like, that would change the game if everybody did that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, if I could have had a couple extra steps or two, shit, even now, let me get away with an extra step or two. Yeah, I could change the game myself. I could go in and average a couple more points and this and that. Hey, it's part of it. That's how they be doing it, man. It's been like that for years, dog, for years.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, I say this stuff because like people who are like basketball fans, like the average guys in the barbershop and everything, this is what they'll talk about if they got a chance to talk about it with you. And I know you're going to give it to them straight. So another thing I wanted to say, hey, man, almost every time I come out there in North Carolina around your way, you always come see me if you can, man. I want to tell you I appreciate that, man. When was the first time you saw me before? Was it that Shaq thing?
I was a young boy. It was during my NBA career. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was. But my cousin you and my cousin had already knew each other though. Tariq. Yeah. So, and he was like, yo, my man see Holcomb performing out there tonight. Da, 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 da. I was like, word? He's like, all right. He's like, shit, might as well go, you know what I mean? Check him out. And boom, you know what I mean? It's been a smooth operation since then, good brother. So I got to support you, man.
I got a question for you. I don't even know if I should ask. Whenever I ask you questions, and it be like, no, I don't want to answer that. Say, no, Corey, move the fuck on and shut the fuck up with that shit. All right. Did you beat the game?
All good.
Did you beat the game in the divorce shit? Because from what I understand, you beat the game. Like you was married, and what happens to a lot of guys when they get married, if it ends, they get destroyed. I think I read something where you might have beat the game a little bit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I did somewhat. You know, I still had to pay my ex-wife, you know, her part of it and everything. But yeah, definitely, I would say I'm still surviving. It's like I was never one to spend my money crazy anyway. You know, you never saw me with all the jewels and, you know, all the big Rolls Royces and Bentleys. You know, I was never one that had that. So, and thank goodness I didn't, because it helped me save for that, you know, unfortunate occasion when I did get divorced. But yeah, man, still alive and kicking. You know, I'm down here in Durham, North Carolina now. I'm a high school basketball coach for my Jordan Falcons, and just loving it, man, living it and loving it.
But RaSheed, how did you have a mentality not to trick your money off on jewels and big fancy cars when it's time to get a new one, which is every other year? How did you how did you beat that mentality? What happened? Because you know the average NBA player, they got to shine. You know what I'm saying? Right. Why isn't RaSheed Wallace like that?
Well, I had NBA veterans. When I first came into the league, that's when you had guys on the team with expanded careers. You had guys who played 10 plus years, you know, guys who played maybe 7, 8 years, and so forth and so on. Then it got down to me being a rookie. So with the different teams that I was on early in my career, I had veterans. My veterans was Alton Lister, who played in the NBA during the 70s and 80s. And then when I got traded to Portland, you know, Clifford Robinson, Kevin Duckworth, you know, these veterans and many more, but they helped me and they told me about how it is, because you got to remember, back then, guys were getting paid, but a majority of the NBA had to have some type of second career, or you know, you had to have your own type of personal business or something of that nature. But that's for all the guys who wasn't making all the big millions and stuff like Mike and everything like that we saw on The Last Dance. But the way that it was, NBA vets told me, like, look, man, save your money, you know, eventually you're gonna have kids, you know, you might have to take care of this, take care of that. He was like, all that other stuff is gonna be there. The jewelry, the all the fancy cars, that stuff gonna be there, man. So he said, when you retire and all your kids grown up and you got your grandkids, he was like, then that's when you get the fancy cars and things like that. And I just listened to him. And it was never, you know, I didn't grow up with wanting to shine like that as far as with the jewels and material things. It was just my game. My game shined for me.
Wow, that's what's up. Yeah, your game did shine for you, man. You was the big man. You was the big man with that shot. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, everybody who was over 6'9" ain't had no shot like that. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the real hoopers know, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, whenever I see you, I be like, damn, they go the team right here. This the man. So you know what I'm saying, RaSheed? I got mad love for you, man. I appreciate
no doubt
all your support, because you did that one show in Detroit. It was a little ghetto, but it still was a decent turnout. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't there at that show. You know what I'm saying? But it was a Detroit show. Hey, I love going to Detroit. Look, all my Detroit fans are putting on my Detroit glasses. I got Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I used to drive from Chicago to Detroit Because I had this little girl I was messing with, get some pussy, and then drive back to Chicago that same night. That's that young energy. If
yes,
I
it is. That's a nice drive.
I'm staying there 2 days. I'm not coming back. Are you? Hey, so are you single now, or do you have a lady?
No, I don't have a lady. Yeah, I'm single. You know, I'm just single, and it's just right now. The only ladies in my life is my mom, my daughter, my niece, and my granddaughters.
Sound like a smart man. Coaching kids, that's gotta be hard. I mean, coaching kids. Matter of fact, anybody who coach kids and they ain't doing it solely for the check, those are stand-up people. Because coaching kids, it's not easy as you think, especially with this group of kids who feel like they can mouth off and say whatever to anybody.
Yeah, you're dealing with hormones.
You get technical fouls in practice trying to coach the kid.
Hey, real talk, I haven't got a technical foul in practice, but I did get a couple this year in the games. But it wasn't how people might think. You know, it was me more standing up for my kids, and you know, because I felt as though they might not have, you know, the foul discrepancy and the video and the scoreboard showed that it was. But other than that, you know, my kids, man, it's like being a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying? You know how it's like you might run into them guys who got like 15 or 20 kids or something like that. Well, that's how it is coaching, because coaching high school, that's how I look at all my guys, like they're my own kids, because at one point, my kids are grown now, except for my daughter, she's 16, but my kids are grown. So when I look at all these guys on my team, it's like I'm looking at them as my kids, yo. You know what I mean? So that's when it goes to a whole different stage. And you're right, it's not about the paycheck, because you know the paycheck isn't worth bragging about, but I'm definitely doing it for the kids and an opportunity for them cats, man, to go on to college and to be better young Black men out here.
That's what's up. I'm glad you said that, because anybody who don't know who RaSheed Wallace is, they can gauge it by watching you talk in this video. I'm gonna ask you this, then I'm gonna let you go. RaSheed Wallace, we wanna know who's your top 5 NBA players all time besides yourself? Is that putting you on the spot?
No, not really, because I'm more of a historian with the league. You know, I'm going more older guys, because the NBA's been out here for 100+ years. So, you know, with me, it's no particular order, but I grew up a Dr. J fan, so Dr. J is in my top 5. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in my top 5. For me, and like you said, for me, right, my top 5, this is who I grew up idolizing, was Sean Kemp, because I felt as though that with him being 6'10" and having like a 42, 43-inch vertical, that was phenomenal. And the way he got up, and when I was in high school, you know, for my size, I could jump too. So, you know, I always saw the stars when I looked at him. And I would have to say, point guard wise, for me, again, growing up and watching basketball, I definitely got to put Isaiah in there, Thomas, because it was amazing to me how a guy of that stature, with him being so small, his heart, his game, and his will to win is bigger than him. And I think, to me, that's like AI. That's one of the things that makes him stand out to me. And I would say that 5th one would have to be Wilt Chamberlain. You know, for me, it's all a majority of big men, because shit, I'm a big dude. You know what I mean? And Wilt Chamberlain, the Big Dipper, he was one of the best to ever do it, man. He had a couple stat lines that will never be duplicated, with quadruple doubles and, you know, things like that. So I'm like, the big fella, you definitely got to put him in there.
The small guy you put in there, Isaiah Thomas, I can't argue with you, man, because anybody who was watching Isaiah Thomas, and you know, when he was doing it, man, Isaiah was a big game player, man. He used to make some big shots, like, we not going nowhere. And yo, man, Isaiah Thomas was I used to say he was one of the best point guards ever, and then somebody put it in perspective. Magic was the #1, and then Isaiah was #2. You can't even argue with that because there's so many.
It's your opinion, yeah.
Yeah, like so many
and you
good
know who
players.
else you can put in there too? You put John Stockton in there too now. You know what I'm saying? As one of the greatest point guards to play this game, John Stockton still #1 in steals and assists. And you know, a lot of people forget about him because he wasn't that big name or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But basketball, like you said before, true basketball heads, they know John Stockton is a monster, man.
Yeah, you can't take nothing away from John Stockton, but I used to feel like the refs used to baby him with calls. I used to feel like they give him calls. I'm like, oh, come on, nah. Come on, John Stockton. But yo, man, I had to, look, I don't know if I did this right with the Zoom, but I'm going to figure it out. I think you got to go on Zoom website to get this interview. But man, I want to make sure I had this interview right because this is big. This is big for my show. Man, I appreciate you doing this interview, man.
Oh, come on now.
And let people know I know RaSheed Wallace.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? We personal, we homies, you know what I mean? My old head. Always support you, man. Love you, dog. You do.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people get on you. You do good things.
Yeah. We sit outside the show and talk for hours a few times, man. You know, you one of the homies. You for real, man. I love you, RaSheed. You and your people, man. You know what I'm saying? Tariq and everybody. Did you start out in Philly and work your way to the country?
Yep. Started out there in Philly, you know, at Simon Gratz High School. Won 3 city titles, 2 national championships, then went to Carolina, and then 95 got drafted into the league at 4th pick overall, and took off.
That's what's up, man. Well, it's an honor that I know you, man, and I thank you for doing this interview. Man, look, well, you know when I'm coming that way, I'm going to call you up, man, so I'll talk to you soon, all right?
For sure, good brother. Always and forever like Heat Wave, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. RaSheed, I'm going to holler at you in a minute, baby.
All right, enjoy.
All right, man.
That's what's up. I mean, I did that interview. I was proud to do that interview with the great NBA champion RaSheed Wallace in the house. We ain't through. I got a Hall of Famer, you dig what I'm saying? NFL, one of the greatest ever to play this position, wide receiver, coming back. We're going to have Mr. Terrell Owens in the house. Hit it. feeling good about myself. I got the real superstars of the NBA, and now here's one of the true superstars of the NFL. He looked out for us, came on tonight. Y'all give it up for Mr. Terrell Owens. You dig what I'm saying?
Trying to act all formal and shit. What up, man? It's Corey, man. First of all,
I appreciate it, man. At least you got the pronunciation of my name correct.
Terrell Owens. Look, I was a fan before I met you. I mean, you super athlete. Like, look, just keeping it real. I've been around athletes before. I played a little college basketball, but I'm saying, Terrell Owens, when I saw you hooping, I was like, yo, hold on. This them country ass hops.
Hey, that's hey man, I've always had a passion for basketball. Honestly, I never thought I would become the football player that I became. My passion for basketball came really kind of at an early age. I was no different than any other black athlete or any kid for that matter that saw Michael Jordan play, that tried to emulate Mike. You know, I wanted to be just like Mike. So that was my dream to play professional basketball. It didn't happen, but I played collegiately 3 years at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. But yeah, I played basketball all the time in my spare time. That's where I think we met before then. But again, we came across each other's paths on the basketball court there out in California, in North Hollywood, 24-hour fitness.
That's right. That's right. No, we had met before then because you played in this little celebrity game where I was like, hold up, T.O. got bounced like that. But yo, I got to look. Look, everybody, T.O. is a standout athlete. You know, everybody know that. This is what I want to tell you. Man, do you know, it was like the whole nation wanted to give you a high five when you was on first take. And I know you already know what I'm talking about. Man, I wanted to jump through the TV and hug you. You know what I'm saying? When you was on first take and you was like, Max Kellerman is blacker than the other dude on the show. Yeah. Stephen A. Smith. I'm like, right. I mean, like, it's so many people wanted to say that, and you've always had the courage to say things that a lot of people might not have the courage to say. But when you said that, man, I'm telling you, I want to jump through the TV and be like, yeah, yeah. Because I feel like you do too much sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, especially, you know, speaking of that, and then speaking on the topic in which I made that comment, we were talking about Colin Kaepernick's workout situation at that time. And so he was being heavily criticized about, you know, how he went about the workout. And, you know, they felt like he backed out of it when they really didn't have all the details of the situation. And that's what's so unique about where we are today as a country is that, you know, this guy, again, he's very smart. He kind of knew what was going on. And even 4 years ago, he took the knee in protest of police brutality, social injustice. And, you know, Stephen A. was talking out the side of his neck. And so I just felt like he wasn't giving him I guess, fair commentary based on what I knew about the workout, what it transpired, and then especially as it related to the contract or whatever they had them sign, the form that they had them review, and they tried to get him to sign it. And then obviously, like I said, it was basically going to sign the dude's rights away for whatever reason. And so he was just going off on the side of his neck, and I didn't really particularly like it. And so Max Kellerman basically had a better understanding with that situation. And I just felt it was odd that Max is a white guy and here Stephen A. is a black guy. And if nothing else, be politically correct. That's what they do. At least be on the side of black, if nothing else. Be on Cap's side. But, you know, he was trying to straddle a fence and obviously, like I said, doing what he does for ESPN or whatever the case may be. But I didn't take too kind to it, and I just basically kind of just saw it for what it was, and I said it for what it was.
That's what's up, man. We glad you did say that, man. And like, see, T.O., I got mad respect for you. I actually can relate to you because I catch myself in situations where people make me out to be something I'm not because it's easier to say I'm something that's not good because I speak up and say what should be said. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
for example, I'm sitting up here on the Zoom call. I'm with a Hall of Famer. But see, you a Hall of Famer in a way that, in my opinion, is one of the greatest Hall of Fame inductions ever because not only did you do it your way, they tried to take it from you, but they couldn't if they want to keep this Hall of Fame thing going because they devalue the whole thing if they didn't have you in there. So they wind up putting you in there and you did it your way. Bruh, I'll tell you, I relate to that type of stuff. I be sitting back like, yeah, yeah. And it's a lot of people who feel that way, T.O. So when you
Right.
do these things like that, man, just trust me. You setting examples. You setting examples that you don't have to always go with the system.
Absolutely. And, speaking of systems being flawed, obviously, like I said, I took my stance the way that I did, by having my Hall of Fame ceremony at my college, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And obviously, with the criteria in which guys are voted, inducted into the Hall of Fame, for so many years, they've done it a certain way. I met that criteria to actually be a first ballot Hall of Famer probably 2 years prior. But for whatever reason, you have writers, mainly white writers, that kind of basically have their say so into who gets in, who doesn't. Yeah. And just like, again, there's so many similarities, some parallels to what I did. When you talk about the system being flawed, obviously there needs to be some revision with the Hall of Fame criteria. If they were going to make, so many stipulations or have me jump through hoops and loops to get to be the Hall of Famer that I am, the same should be done to our systemic laws that are giving obviously the police the giving them the opportunity to abuse the power that they have. And so when you look at where we are as a country, you got people rioting, protesting, looting, things of that nature. It's done for a reason. And that's because for so many years, the system has been written and hasn't been revised. So in order for us to bring about change, I think that's what needs to be addressed first is obviously the systemic laws and them changing them. And obviously at some point, considering cutting the police budget. I know we're not trying to go there. That's not what this is about. But I just saw that there were some parallels to what you were talking about when you talk about, me bucking the system or doing something outside of the norm of what everybody expects. And so that's where we are as a country.
No, I'm glad you went there. Look, first of all, everybody who don't know, this is Terrell Owens. Look it up. You'll find out who we have the pleasure of being able to interview tonight. This is like, I just called you on the wheel, like, let me try T.O. and that number still worked. I was like,
But hey, I know you. Hey, you treated me. You treated my number like one of them chicks. You had one of them late nights. You know what I mean? Going through your phone, like, yo, let me see if this number still works. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at I'm on a FaceTime call with my friend, and I see a 323 number, and usually I don't answer those calls. But for whatever reason, I'm like, maybe this could be somebody important, especially like I said, dealing with what we, dealing with. I'm trying to reach out to a lot of different people. So I'm like, maybe somebody passed my number along. So I'm like 323. And even my friend, she saw me when you call, it basically paused her on FaceTime. She goes, don't answer. And I'm like, nah. So I said, it's a 323 number. It's out of LA too. And I'm like, let me just catch this call. And so I answered, and you didn't even have to tell me who you was. I almost cussed, but I was like, I heard your voice, and I'm like, man, this is Corey all day long.
That's what's up. Hey, one more football question. I gotta ask, but you ain't gotta talk about it if you don't want to. But do you want to give your opinion on what Mr. Drew Brees had to say the other day, or do you even have an opinion on it?
Let me tell you this, man. I was raised in the South, man. And obviously this is a hot topic. Racism, it exists, man. it's just like a form of gas. You know, if there's gas, you smell it. You may not see it, but it's there. That's the same with racism. And there are certain people that are out there. They've been so blind and just so conditioned and grew up in a certain way and been so molded to where they're racist and they don't even really know it. And so for him, and so when I heard the comments and then I actually saw the video and I listened to the guy asking the question, everybody would think, you know, based on Drew's character, how he's conducted himself. Hold on. Sorry about that. Everybody has, you know, has known who he is as a person, how has he conducted himself as a person on and off the field. He's contributed heavily, mightily to the city of New Orleans. But at the end of the day, that's not going to really change who a person is. You can donate money all day to cover up who you really are. And as I was alluding to, growing up in the South, I was raised by my grandmother, and everything that has happened up until this point, even up until the idiotic, the ignorant comments by Drew Brees, it touched me to the core because everything that's happening now, my grandmother taught me what she told me about when I was younger. She told me about what her mom and dad had to do growing up, what they went through, you know, what she had to do, picking cotton, you know, going to, you know, different water fountains, you know, that's labeled black and white. So everything has really touched me to the core. And for him to make it such an insensitive remark and such a sensitive time, I thought he was just clueless. I think everybody is obviously, like I said, they've gone at his head for those comments. But a lot of people don't really know and realize that they're racist until somebody have to point that out. And I've had a lot of friends and I've done a few interviews where I've had white people question or ask me like, well, how can I help? Help me understand. And if you weren't born a black person, I don't think you'll ever understand, because they're going to find a way to justify their actions, their comments by whatever. And that's what Drew Brees did. You know, he tried to base everything on an American flag, in which, if you think about it, the protest and the kneeling by Colin Kaepernick, it had nothing to do with the flag. Even when they thought it was about that, he addressed it. That should have cleared it up. And so for him to now come 4 years later and still make it about the flag, he missed the point. He just doesn't get it.
I think it just shows who he really is. And, you know,
yeah,
obviously people got in front of him and was like, you need to try to clean this up. And, you know what I'm saying? Of course, this is my opinion. I don't know. But I trust my instincts, and I trust what he did in the beginning. That's who he is.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I look, we good now. I got your number, you got mine. And I can't, man, homie, y'all know you really saved me tonight, man. Thanks for doing this interview. And yo, I'm gonna be in touch. Are you so you out that way now?
I'm bi-coastal, bro. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I'm bi-coastal, man. I'm in LA. I'm here in Florida. Just trying to, you know, just grind, do my thing, man. Into a lot of things. I have a podcast as well, so we got to get you on the show as well. My podcast is called Get Your Popcorn Ready with T.O. and Hatch. We've had a number of our guests on our show. We had one of your counterparts on the show, Bill Bellamy.
Oh yeah. Y'all have Bill on there. Look, have me on there, and look, you can ask me anything. I don't care what you ask me.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, man, soon as we get back to a state of normalcy, man, or whenever, man, I know, like I said, if you got time, yeah, we would love to have you on the show. And yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on. Hey, like I said, man, hey, being that, like I said, you call me Captain Saberho, because I saved your ass tonight.
You sure the fuck did. And look, let me tell you something. I got hookups to people who I know would love to do your show. You know who Kevin Hart is, right?
Yeah, man. Hey, if you
cousin to do the show for you, man.
Oh, okay. You can get him on the show. I said I get him on the show. No, you can get him on the show. I'm gonna tell him you said you can get him on the show though, right?
Right. I set you up. I said, Kevin Hart. You was like, yeah. I was like, I get his cousin on the show. I can't get Kevin Hart.
Oh, no. He ain't got no cousins. I don't know. He ain't got no cousins.
I know. I'm fucking with you, man. All right, Tito. Hey, man, you got my contact. I got yours. Whenever, anything I can do to help you, let me know, man.
I know, man. We probably been going riding bikes, too.
Hey, man, let's do it, man. When you back in LA, man, look, I ain't been
you thought I forgot. You thought I forgot, huh?
Huh?
You thought I forgot, huh?
I ain't forgot. I know you ain't forgot. Dude, you a smart dude. You have to remember those sometimes and take this advice. Sometimes, though, you got to remember, T.O., when people be around you, they still be kind of in awe. Because, motherfucker, you played in the Super Bowl with a broke foot. That ain't no regular shit. I'm like, damn, this T.O. right here.
I'm a regular dude, though. I try to tell people that. That's because of the way I grew up, man. I grew up in Alexander City, Alabama. I never forget where I came from. Like I said, I'm blessed to have done what I did. I try to tell people I'm ordinary. I just did some extraordinary things on the football field. But at the end of the day, I'm human.
And I back that 100%. All right, so thanks, T.O.
All right, boy, no doubt.
I'm going to keep in touch.
All right, no doubt, right?
Okay, love, baby. In a minute.
Yeah.
This has been another industry repo show, you know. Everybody, thank you for presenting this show. When y'all send that Cashapp to Jokebag, y'all help me pay these artists, pay these so-called technical motherfuckers. Help us pay this rent in this motherfucker. But this song is dedicated to all the brothers out there who have a Caucasian girlfriend who refuse to march with you. She said she don't want to march with you. She can't fake that shit. She ain't part of that cause. If that's what your Caucasian woman said, here's the truth. You think you need another hoe? You need another hoe? Cause that white bitch gon' get you choked. Get another hoe, yes you better, boy. Hey, I need to get another hoe. Hey, another hoe, baby. Cause that white bitch gon' get you choked. Let me explain to him. I remember I had a white bitch. I took her to the beach. All the sisters in the crowd was looking funny at me. Yeah. I didn't give a fuck, cause my white bitch sucked my dick real good. But when the police pulled me over, that bitch looked aside just like I knew she would. Bet you need another hoe. Another hoe, homeboy. Telling you that white bitch gon' get you choked. Get you choked, boy. You need to find another hoe. You need to find another hoe. Another hoe, boy. Cause that white bitch gon' get you choked. You wanna talk to him, Mars? I talk to him a little bit. You ever had a white bitch? Tell him what happened. Hey, I had me a white bitch back in the streets. I hollered too loud. That bitch called the police. She called the police. I said, when I get out, I'ma stick my black sister on you. Sister. Cause when the police called me, I had a pound of marijuana. Get another hoe. Get yourself another hoe, homeboy. Cause I'm tell you why, white bitch don't get you choked. Don't get choked. Black girl
magic. Get another hoe. Hey.
Not like Candace Owens. Don't get a Candace Owens hoe. Get a, hey, that white bitch go, get you, Joe. All you sisters out there who got a white man, you ain't got to worry about shit. He ain't gonna beat you up that much. Only when you start wearing your hair natural. Most domestic disputes between black women and white men is when the sister try to wear her hair naturally. He be like, I didn't marry you for you to be walking around here looking like you're supposed to look. Hit that motherfucker one more time. Need another hoe.
Another hoe. Because that damn Karen's gonna get you choked. Fuck you, barbecue Becky.
Need another hoe.
Goddamn Karen.
Repo the white bitch. She gon' get you choked.
Get your ass away from me.
Yeah.
Because you're working with the police.
We thank y'all for listening. Cashapp Jokebag, you dig what I'm saying? 5150 Repo show in full motherfucking effect. Thank y'all, we out.